Hello, this is Jay from Cucumber Shop today in my greenhouse, and what we're going to be talking about is pre-sprouting seeds or germinating them so that you can grow them better in your garden. So the reason why you want to pre-sprout seeds is because then you know how many are sprouted, and they usually sprout better in ideal conditions before you put them in your garden. So here I've got a pack of seeds, and it's usually good to start with high quality seeds. And what do seeds need to sprout anyways? Well, they need water, they need heat, and they need air. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how I pre-sprout seeds, and then we'll go from there. So what I do is I get Ziploc, a snack size Ziploc. I use the paper towels, the select size paper towels, and I just fold it into thirds and then into half, and then it fits in the Ziploc like this. Then I take some seeds and, well, then I get it wet and then I take some seeds and put it in. So what is too wet? What is just right? So this is kind of the Goldilocks thing, you know. Goldilocks went to the three bears, and there was one who was too hot, too cold, just right. Well, this is too dry, obviously. This seeds will not germinate when it's this dry. This is too wet. See how water automatically comes off. I don't have to do anything. Water comes off the towel like that. These are some washcloths. But this is just right. It's got some water in there. Seeds would sprout well in this kind of material. So that's what we're talking about. You don't want to get your paper towel too wet or leave it too dry. You want it to be just right. So once I put the seeds in here, and I usually put them right here, put it in there and get it wet, then I put it in a place where it can stay warm. So this is just a container that I am reusing, and this is a heat mat. I usually use a heat mat to keep it about 80 degrees. Depending upon the vegetable you're trying to grow will determine what temperature you want to grow you want to sprout at. And I also have a little temperature controller to keep it right at the temperature where I like it, about 80 degrees. So I leave the seeds in there for about 24 hours, and then I start checking them about every 12 hours to see how they're sprouting. Good seeds usually germinate within 3 days or so. So how do you know if your seeds are ready, if they've germinated? Well, you can look at them. If you don't want to open the bag and you don't want to disturb them, you can look it through a light source to see if there's possibly any roots growing there. You can feel them to see, or you could just open it up. So here we have some seeds that have sprouted, and you don't have to worry about any seeds being wasted in this video because of sprouting them. We'll definitely use those seeds. These are some Chinese pickling melons that ended up being bitter, so no good seeds wasted in this video. So that's how you pre-sprout your seeds, and then what you want to do is take your seeds and place them where you want them to grow, you know, about an inch, maybe half an inch under the soil, depending upon how moist you can keep your ground. You want to keep them moist until they sprout out of the ground, until they shed their seed coat, that's the outer covering. Once they sprout, I personally put my plants in soil blocks. What soil blocks allows them to do is have me not mess up their roots, keeps their roots nice and safe, and if I need to, I can put them into larger soil blocks afterwards. So that's what I do, and I believe that's about it. If you have any other questions for me about germinating cucumber seeds or how to do it properly, just let me know. Again, this is Jay from Cucumber Shop, and wishing you happy gardening.